Well, hopefully, this last review that we got here is a more positive one. I think it is. We're reviewing the first 3 episodes of Gen V. So non-spoiler, I freaking love this. This was amazing. I think this, like, the opening scene for this show, like, rivals what The Boys did in season 1. I mean, I don't know. Both opening scenes are just so insanely dark and disturbing, and I think it, like, having us. I don't know. I love, that's what I love about this show. Like, I do love following Huey and, like, the non-superhero characters, but I love following, like, a good superhero character as the main character. You know,
like
it's basically
Starlight.
like if we got Starlight. Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Yeah, right. So, I'll say this. I like all of the main, like, maybe not all of the main cast, but I like most of the main cast. They are, very complicated characters, and I think the writing for this season has had some great twists, and I think the action's been great, and I love the world they built of Godolkin, and I think so much of it is a positive.
Yeah, I love it too. I think episode 1 is, I didn't know, I was shocked at the amount of story that they were able to put into one episode.
There was so much.
I was shocked.
I couldn't believe it.
Where they went. I was like, I thought this would have been like a thing, because they were foreshadowing things all throughout the episode that, like, something wasn't necessarily right, but they just went right into it. And
that could have been 2 episodes, genuinely.
Oh yeah, but like I think that's like like part of the reason why the show's so good is, like, it wasn't. They were good enough to put it into 1 episode.
Yeah, for sure. Go on.
No, I mean, it's great. And if you don't want to listen to spoilers and then you just want to, like, take what we're saying, go watch it and then come back to spoilers. You should.
Since it's 3 episodes, we'll do a smaller recap. But you should definitely watch it before you listen to this, because it's so good. Like I hinted to, the beginning introduces you to the character when she's, like, I don't know, a preteen or a teenager, and she not feeling good. She goes to the bathroom. She's having her first period, and her mom, is coming to check on her like a good mom, and she makes a really loud noise in the bathroom. So the mom breaks in and pretty much instantly kills her mom with her sharpened period blood. Which is pretty horrifying to say and to imagine. But basically, she can manipulate blood into shards. Which is like
that. The sentence that you just said is like, imagine trying to sell that to somebody. It's crazy.
The only way you're selling it is because it's like a spinoff of this wildly successful show from The Boys.
It's amazing.
And then so then her dad comes in, and basically the same thing happens. She, like, really freaks out, and then her sister walks in, and you don't get to see what happens with her sister until later. Basically she gets the opportunity to get out of this orphanage that she was placed into afterwards, and go to Godolkin, like the top superhero college in the nation, it seems like. And it seems like it's backed by Vought or built by Vought. I don't really know. You get introduced to, like, her roommate Emma, which I think is an amazing character.
God, I love her.
She's someone who shrinks, and the way she shrinks is by purging herself.
Yeah, I mean, that, and alongside when we meet Jordan, are 2 of the most incredible, like, characters. Like,
Jordan, that's the one who's, like, mean to her, right? Or am I thinking of somebody? Yeah, okay.
That the switches between, like, male and female.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay.
Like,
okay.
She shrinks by purging herself, and then a character who's literally, non-binary, and it's and they go into it all, and it's incredible.
They do. They do. They had so much of that episode 2 was just like centered on Emma without any of the other main cast. And I was like, this is pretty great. And I love all the story we're getting from Emma, even though a lot of it's very graphic. Get a really disturbing sex scene in there. But it's all really well done. I think they said they built that penis practically.
Yeah, I mean, if they built a practical one for season 3,
for season 3, yeah,
they definitely built that one. Yeah, I just want to see it. Like I don't want them to tear it down. I want them to keep it.
Right, but yeah, one of my favorite parts from that whole series, or for the whole 3 episodes, is the ending of season 1, where they're at the club. And
God, yeah,
like you just don't see it coming, and basically they're all like high on coke, and Andre, one of the top 10 heroes in the school, is hitting on this woman, and he has these like metal manipulation powers.
Yeah, he's like Magneto.
And basically, and so basically he's like flirting with this woman at the bar, and is like, if I can get this metal bird to fly into this woman's drink, then you'll have to have a good time or go home with me tonight. And so he's like sending it across the bar. This guy shoves into him, and he cuts this woman's artery just like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh fuck, she's bleeding, she's dying. And
it's so realistic too.
It's so real. It's so like his reaction is so real. The blood pouring out of her neck, it just looks so real. And they basically, the 4 popular kids scram out of there, and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the main character's name.
Marie,
right. Marie decides to, she thinks she can help, and she successfully like stops the bleeding from this woman's neck and saves her life. Gosh, but yeah, and then the next scene is just as good, where like they're, he basically, the principal is like
played by Clancy Brown,
which he's amazing. And he's like, hey, you know what? You did good, but you gotta take sacrifices to be a hero.
Yeah, I love how he was like, you know who knows who to be a hero? This guy,
Joe Schmo in England or Ireland or whatever.
Yeah, who like and had himself,
saved his dog and died in the process.
Yeah, he was like, you're gonna be Joe Schmo. You're gonna die.
Yeah,
because you're sacrificing for your other friends.
Right. They're gonna go on to do great things. You're just not marketable. So, So basically, she leaves his office. She gets mad, but she's like, you know what? No, I'm gonna go back in there, and like, I don't know what her plan was, but she's like, I'm not getting expelled. And so she walks in on the number 1 hero at the university, Golden Boy, just lighting Clancy Brown to death. Just he's on fire, and he just burns to ashes.
Yeah, which I'm sure we're gonna see more of him, but like, I was so bummed. I was like, no,
not Clancy.
Why is it always I see a little bit of Clancy Brown, and then he's gone?
Yeah. John McFlure, I guess, was the exception. But even that was a little bit.
And even in Ahsoka, he was in there for the first episode.
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. That's funny. But yeah, both of those scenes back to back are so great. And then like Golden Boy like rushes outside to try and like catch Marie, but Andre, his friend, is like, hey man, like, let's just calm down. And
I thought he was going to incinerate him.
Yeah, for sure. But Golden Boy whispers something in his ear. He flies up, and then he just kills himself by exploding and just rains blood on everybody. And you're like, holy crap, that's just all in the first episode.
I know.
Like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Such a great ending. So much great action and scenes. And yeah, I was blown away by that first episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the next 2 episodes is Marie dealing with her new fame, and she gets to stay at the school, and she ends up pushing a lot of people away in the process. And I think it's a great to see a character like that have so many mistakes, like, and she's not a perfect person.
But she's also like, people are like trying to be like, you don't deserve to be
Right.
here, or you don't deserve to be where you are, like to have all this attention.
Even Clancy Brown was like, you know what? You killed your parents, kiddo. You don't got much of a choice, and you're just like, damn, that's just the reality of the situation. But
yeah, but like, and she's like, I don't owe any of you anything.
sure,
And,
like I get where she's coming from, but just maybe not the best way to do it,
but I think it was like commentary on like people, like a bit of a social commentary where it's like, you don't deserve to take up this space, and then somebody being like, but I do. And I also like, I don't know, like I also agree where it was still like people are like with Jordan, they're like, well, nobody's ever going to take me seriously because like I'm not marketable as like a non-binary, like kind of like
right
hero. But like if you tell them that like I actually fought them,
right,
that like that would make a difference. And then she was like,
the problem is
I don't know
that
what
she
to
was
do.
going to follow through on that until
Yeah.
she heard about her sister.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And basically you find out that the sister knows who she is and doesn't want anything to do with her.
But then we find out maybe that wasn't fucking true.
Maybe it wasn't true. And maybe the reporter was just lying to stir her up. So yeah. Some great mystery there.
And oh my God, that girl who like exploits Emma. Oh my God, what a like even like you're like, oh my God,
Yeah,
she's like, and she was like, oh, I was just like, I didn't know, like I just wanted to share your story, like I thought
right.
and then it was
but
like
that's such BS because she's telling it on like a truth like YouTube, like I don't know.
Yeah, and then she's like, I'm sorry, and then you see somebody's recording her, and you're
filming
like,
it.
fuck you.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, she's just like, you can't trust anyone at this school.
No.
And gosh, hopefully you can't hear this cat. He's meowing behind the door here.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's great that you can't trust like, the seemingly normal people at the school, but then the popular people like Andre and Kate have turned into great characters by episode 3. And like, I'm loving the love story between them that's starting to form.
Love story.
And, yeah, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I like their chemistry.
But like,
I like
that
Kate,
blows my
I like
mind.
Kate so much. Like I think like that's maybe the one problem in her is that like she moved on so fast from Golden Boy.
Exactly.
But like I think she's such like an honest character, and you see that in her flashback where like, Golden Boy is like, please take this pain away from me.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, you got to go through it. I can't do this to you.
Yeah.
And
I was very
she-
happy that they made that choice.
Yeah, so she's like, I get like she's a good person, and she wants to find out what happened to Golden Boy, and she's like investigating with Andre, and I like their little investigating duo there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and also her, fucking getting that security guard to.
oh jeez, yeah. Her mind control powers are amazing. But yeah, basically the whole mystery behind this show is like Golden Boy's brother is, trapped in this, I don't know, jail, this prison called the Woods underneath the school, maybe.
So cool.
And and so basically Andre gets the shrink lady Emma, the Emma who shrinks down to a super small size to, find her way in to the Woods. And basically it
maybe not the best idea when they're, high.
Yeah, maybe not the best. But basically, episode 3 ends with Emma trapped down in that prison, and they're looking for her. So
And she fucking like just kills the dude by going in his ear.
She
and like
does. Yeah. That
covered
was
in
brutal.
blood. Oh my God. And they kind of have like a bit of a possible romance, like
For sure. I think they're super cute together. Yeah. So episode 4 is out at the moment. We haven't seen it yet, but we'll review it next episode. But I think from everything we've reviewed here, this is my favorite of what we watched.
Yeah, for sure. It's still continuously like the best, one of the best projects, or like IPs that
I genuinely didn't think it could get even close to the level The Boys was at, but it did.
It's there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. Yeah.
Yeah.